Uh, as you know, Sharon Ji, she is a performing artist, teacher, choreographer, scholar, and trained in Odissi, Mayurbhanchau, and Manipuri. She has been trained in Odissi by the legendary Guru Charan Mahapatra. She has presented and promoted all Indian classical dance forms across the country and internationally for 45 years. She is also the founder of Manas Art Without Frontiers, and she has won several awards and honors for her contributions. Namaskar and welcome. Once I have with me Taranya Rath, who is a SPIC MACAY volunteer and a student of product design from NIFT Bangalore. Over to Taranya.
Namaskar, ma'am. Good morning and welcome to today's interaction with Sharon Lowen ji. Sharon ji was born in Detroit and had a 17-year training in classical ballet. She came to India in 1973 after earning degrees in humanities, fine arts, Asian studies, and dance from the University of Michigan. She came to India with a Fulbright scholarship to study Manipuri and later Chau in Odissi. She has trained in Odissi under Guru Kelu Cherna Mahapatra from 1975. She is the first woman soloist of a previously all-male form responsible for introducing Mayurbhanch Chau to United States at the 1978 Asian Dance Festival in Hawaii and later at the Olympics Art Festival of Masks in Los Angeles. She is singularly responsible for getting Chau presented on Doordarshan's national broadcast. Ma'am, now I welcome you and please take us through your journey.
Thank you. And it's really a pleasure to be with you. And I'm so grateful that SPIC MACAY is organizing their conference online and doing all of the wonderful work. And I'm especially pleased to be speaking with the attendees of this convention because you are exactly what I was when I was a youngster. Always curious, always wanting to explore, to absorb, to try things out. Whenever there was an opportunity, taking 5 days of Bharatanatyam during a ballet conference, doing master classes in some folk dance, arts, crafts, literature, whatever it was. And these are the things that all be part of you, even if it's just a taste.
Ma'am, so first of all, I'd just like you to briefly speak about how your journey is from coming from doing ballet to getting introduced to
I saw things from Africa, Asia, Europe. And so, whether it was, Gopi Krishnan or Uday Shankar, everyone in the world came through Michigan to perform.
Okay.
So, I understood when I was in school that you are always going to get more busy. So you better pack in as much as you can now. And the other thing was that when I grew up in America in the 50s, that was a time, 50s, 60s, when people were able to travel to Europe post-retirement. Oh. And I said, everything in the world is so interesting. What if I wanted to be somewhere else? So I started traveling early. I managed to get to California when I was 10 with someone to visit relatives. I went to Mexico. I taught Head Start, puppetry in Mississippi. And then I spent, during college, I spent 2 summers in Europe, 3 months each. So next on my list, my young bucket list, was India.
So as you were an Odissi teacher, you're a guru. I just wanted you to shed your views on the Guru Shishya Parampara, and which is unique to our Indian culture, and how have you adopted that, and how have you celebrated that over the years, and what do you do?
So, I mean, I was very blessed that my gurus were all very generous. And in fact, the reason that I am an Odissi dancer today is obviously because Guru Charan Mohapatra is a great artist, a generous teacher, and was wonderful, but also because he actually forced me. When I started Odissi, he was coming to Triveni Kala Sangam in New Delhi and giving workshops for 2 or 3 months. And the first year, I looked at it, and it was beautiful to see so many students able to learn from one guru. He had an ability in his pedagogy to train more than 1 or 2 at a time. But I was not a dance collector. When I was completing the second year of my Fulbright scholarship, I thought that I would take his workshop with permission from my Manipuri guru, only academically, only to understand what Odissi was. Anyway, when I took the workshop, Guruji felt that because of my background, I could learn very quickly. And he taught me Mangala Charan Batu, Savari Pallavi within just 2 months. And he forced me to get a costume made. He forced, with Kavita Shridrani, to get the right star to go to the Patti. He forced me to make a music recording, and he insisted that I had to continue. And then over the years, he was the one who would always say, when I came to Orissa, he said, I want you also to present Manipuri here. They need to see it. Now, the relationship with the guru, you see, the word guru is used very loosely these days. A guru is not simply a teacher. A guru is a master teacher. And not only a master teacher, but a mentor, someone who cares everything about you. Kilu Babu, Guruji, was like that. I have seen him literally do the makeup from powdered pigments and paint the altar on the feet of an entire troupe of dancers. He treated us all with love and affection as though we were his daughters. In America, when we toured, if I took off my boots because we were placed and it was cold, and I left the boots and went into the dressing room, Guruji would bring them in. Because to him, I'm like his baby. So he gave so much guidance in so many ways, because to be an artist, you're not only learning the skill and the craft, but you have to absorb from the life that you live with your guru whenever you have the opportunity to be with him or her. All of the things, how you do arati, because what is your attitude, even toward others. One time, Guruji took me with him from Orissa to Allahabad en route back to Delhi, because he was going to be accompanying Sanjukta Panigrahi. That was a great learning experience, because Sanju Nani, she shared with me the details of how she would put pins, keep the fly away. I saw how an artist behaves with the sponsors, with the musicians, what are the little, niceties. And in every way, Guruji was supportive. Let me give you one example of a great thing that a guru does. In 1978, when I had only learned 5 items complete, and I was returning to the US for a while, we made a recording in Orissa. And after those 5 items were recorded, Guruji had the musicians record 5 more that I hadn't learned. He said, this will save you money. Next time you'll learn them. And he totally had trust that I would never misuse this music. And he wanted to help me. This is a guru.
So, talking about gurus, what is your first memory of Guru Purnima that we celebrate, and how do you celebrate?
Say again? Oh, Guru Purnima.
Yeah, right.
That's an interesting question. One time, there was a student coming to Guruji and doing the whole ritual to become a shishya. And I said, Guruji, I've been your shishya and I've never done this. He said, forget it, not necessary. The relationship, you see, every ritual is something that has meaning because you put meaning into it. When you do your Bhumi Pranam, if you think with gratitude and respect about the earth, it has a meaning. If it's just a physical exercise, it means nothing. Now, it's very interesting. On Guru Purnima, my students that are international are the ones who call me from all over the world. And yet my Indian students prefer to remember me on Teacher's Day.
That's what I was going to ask you, that, what's the difference between the traditions from the 80s that you have seen and you have, grown up with versus today's generation when you are teaching students and disciples?
Well, the difference, that's a good question. I mean, what is the difference? The difference in the teaching, of course, obviously there's more teachers. We all know that dance is popular. Dance is getting faster. I think one difference is that because of the popularity of dance, that you have large classes, which means that teachers are doing group compositions. And in a group composition, everyone gets an opportunity to participate. And so sometimes people say, well, now there's no point in having.
I saw a few of your previous interviews where you had mentioned about language barrier, how you didn't understand what was in Odissi, the written of the wordings that you say. Can you emphasize a little more how it was different for you versus the other students who were learning Odissi?
Yes, it's interesting. It's kind of a situation where if you get lemons, make lemons. So because of not having the language facility to peg movements onto, this had obviously it's a disadvantage because I had to take time to get the text, get the connotation, get the denotation, what is all of the meaning of everything, what is the backstory. But I feel this has turned out to be a major advantage. For one thing, I've always gone more deeply into understanding the text, the poetry. What is the context of the poet? What is the difference between the poetry and the choreography, which is interpreting it? Because in Odissi, unlike Bharatanatyam, Guruji created the sancharis, and we stick to what he created, rather than having the flexibility of creating your own sancharis while you're dancing. We do that in our own choreography. The other thing, too, is that because I had to understand and internalize the text, I did not assume that my audience is understanding the text and the words. That meant that I must make it absolutely clear through the bhav and through the action. And so it also made it possible for me to then go into other languages. So if there's, Tyagaraja, then I take Tyagaraja. If I go to Kerala, then I do in Malayalam, or for Durdarshan, Dogra, Bengali. So I've done so many different languages because of developing that ability to unpeel the onion of what is that whole context.
Right. So that another question was, have you had to change any teaching methods over the course of the years? As the world is rapidly changing and children have more access to more exposure through various platforms like the internet and all. Have you had to do anything different, for your students when you teach them?
Well, one of the things that coming from the West, as well as having training here and seeing things, there's my bhasha is dance, and there's no accent in any dance styles. but definitely I am American in my attitudes toward wanting everyone to achieve rather than the attitude of fostering competition. So I've always endeavored to make the classroom a place where everyone is comfortable. And one thing that I've done from the beginning with my students is have students see each other, sometimes in pairs and sometimes like some in front and some watching. This gives them the ability to see things that are working or that need correction that may not be an issue for them or that may give them an idea of what they need. And then it also gives them the training later to become teachers themselves. So, for instance, Vishwanath Mangaraj, who I've taught for like 19 years, he's just a wonderful teacher because from the earliest, from 9, 10 years old, he's learned how to see what it is that someone is doing, how it needs to be corrected, what needs to be done. It also gives students permission to share and to care about each other rather than it being just hierarchical learning from the teacher. And, I don't assume that students should know things. But the one thing is that I'm unfortunately or fortunately, I don't like to use the word strict, but I'm afraid I am. I mean, I'm quite a stickler. And I find that those students who really just want to have an experience, that there are so many teachers they can go to where they don't have to be technically very perfect and they can have a wonderful time and they can be in costume and they can do dances and you stop at 10th or 12th. But for anybody who wants to go on, you have to have a perfect foundation, whether it's in bhav and expression from the beginning and also in your Angasud.
So as you mentioned that you say that you're probably strict, I want to ask how important do you think it is for today's gurus to be a certain amount of strict, inculcate, a certain amount of discipline, because Indian art form is not just about the dance, it's about so much more. It's about the culture, it's about, your riyaz that you do, or just, like in Kathak, you'd probably do just
I was very, very relieved when to research because it's up to the student. And today everything is available.
Right.
If you want to see what the technique of Odissi is, you can see Guru Charan on my YouTube channel doing all of the basic stepping that I've got, archival recordings that I took in America. If you want to have background in the arts, you go and look at Sahapedia. You go and look at everything on Google. So it's the student's responsibility. Agnes DeMille said to a dancer who said, "Should I dance?" She said, "If you have to ask, then the question is no. You have to follow and do because you want to. You are not going to get the rewards that you would doing a career in business. And it has to be an inner motivation and an inner drive. And as I've said in other interviews, when I was 13, I reluctantly accepted that I could not be a professional dancer because I felt I couldn't give that many hours a day to Riaz because I really loved so many other things. I kept up with my dancing and other things. And yet all of that came together and here I am. I mean, I've been in India 47 years. And when I came, foreigners were considered hippies. It wasn't until the 90s when I made my Videshi Kalaka Utsav festival. And I presented artists like Ileana Chittaristi, Dominique Delorme, Ramli Ibrahim, Justin McCarthy. Then people started to see that foreigners could be artists as well as students. But I am dancing because when I offered the art, people accepted it. That nourished me. And so that nourishment from the audience, from the guru, is what motivates you to keep going. but I don't think external discipline is going to make an artist.
Um, like you mentioned, when you first came to India, foreigners were considered hippies or something. But
Right.
like, how difficult was it for you to be a foreigner in India and pursue this? And I'd also heard that there was something between the years in which you came. Like there was a, if you would have come 1 year earlier or 1 year later, it would have been something.
Oh,
Uh,
well, that's a wonderful question. Actually, I received my Fulbright to come in 1972, and that was just after the Bangladesh War. And at that time, we had a horrible US President Nixon who supported Pakistan. And so India decided to review its policies on giving visas for students and scholars. Because of that, I had a 1 year delay, and I only came in 73. The advantage to that was that in that time, I finished my master's degree, taught at university. And so I actually, when I came to India, didn't have to run back. I could extend my grant. But as far as adjusting to India, it was interesting. I arrived in Delhi, and there was no issue about it being India. But the issue was the problem of any young woman in a new city where you really don't know the rules. I had decided I wanted to live in a paying guest so that I would have a little guidance. But that paying guest turned out to be a kind of created room in Baki Lane in the middle of Delhi, in the back of an old bungalow. The family was up in Simla, and there was like a 12-year-old boy who obviously didn't speak English, who was in charge. So I didn't know whether or not it was okay for me to walk around in my bathroom, in my bathrobe with, a boy there. I didn't know whether it was okay to go out after dark if I needed bread. I didn't know that you have to turn off the punkah because the power might go off. I mean, all the little things about adjusting. And, and eventually, and he'd lock the door, I'd be locked out. So eventually I got my own apartment and I managed. My entree into India that helped was that I had 4 uncles. There were 4 artists who were like batchmates or professors of very close family friends from the time I was 10. Narendra Patel had gone to the States. So Shankar Chaudhary, Himad Shah, Ashanti Dave, and Santosh, T.S. Santosh. Because of them, I then became friends with all the modern artists. And it took me a long time to begin to know any of the dancers because in Manipuri, I was the only student.
Also, just sharing on how the differences that you had to face when you came to India. What about the food and the differences in? Somebody has asked this question online. Is that how did you manage your food at that time, and like how did you? Because it must be a drastic change in terms of what you ate there and what you ate.
Actually, I mean, food has never been a problem. I've unfortunately never had a problem eating too much. And I love the food, but I've never been addicted to the kitchen. And so in the West, I think I was more familiar with using an oven. And here, of course, there's just the burners. So I think I wound up eating out a lot. I accepted a lot of dinner invitations. And one thing that's very amusing about that is that my feeling was that by going out with friends in the artistic community, that was much better because, let me put it this way, as a young woman, I understood that my interest in India was my interest. And I understood that if I were to have any relationship or a boyfriend, that if it did not become permanent, that you would lose your friends because they're their friends. I wanted my own identity. So all of the artists, whether it was Gaitonde, Birande, Rabi, all of these people, they were all friends. And I interacted with everybody in public to make sure that there would not be any issues of anything personal. But what I didn't, of course, realize was that in India, the moment you're seen in public with anybody, it's assumed that something's going on. And that was like quite mortifying. Because again, an American attitude is that you're watching yourself, you know what you're doing. It's not external, that people are watching. Whereas in India, it tended to be more like, you know, the other way around.
Right. So so these are the kind of things that I was wanting to know. You know, especially in the 80s, it must have been different, and Delhi in 80s must have been much different than what it is today. Is there anything specific, like any story that you can recall that you faced during that time in the 80s in Delhi? Was it different for students on their own, especially, you know, a girl rather than today?
Well, for one thing, of course, Delhi was very safe. You know, the worst that would happen is you'd walk by and somebody might whistle a film tune. You did not have the issues that you have today. And of course, one of the things was that before 91, there were really no consumer goods that you had from the West.
Okay.
And so in those days, I wore contact lenses. Then later I had LASIK, so I don't need glasses anymore. But like, for instance, there was no such thing as contact lens solution in India. I had to bring that with me. I mean, you cannot believe the things that were not available. And so I also developed the art over the years of like bringing everything from India to the West and bringing everything from the West here. When I had my daughter, I mean, like diaper pins, nappies, you know, the plastic pants to go over them, everything had to be brought in. So there was that. And then there was, you know, I would take my daughter with me sometimes to meetings with sponsors so that I wouldn't be alone with them. And I think that I've been pretty fortunate, partly because I think that many times I never picked up the cues. I didn't know what was going on. And it was a time when people were like so aggressive, and I really didn't get it. So I think that I've been spared a lot.
Someone has asked, can you share your experience about the Odissi culture as you're an Odissi dancer? What was your first interaction with the Odissi culture, and how has that helped you in your dance form?
Well, actually, I'll tell you a story. The first time I went to Orissa was a summer workshop. It was the last year that Guru Kelucharan Mahapatra was teaching at Kala Vikas Kendra. So I stayed at Kala Vikas Kendra because it was during the summer. I was given one entire room, which was wonderful to have that privacy. The other girls were in another room. I slept on a wooden bed, no mattress. If you didn't take a bath by 6 a.m, the water was too hot. I would go in the afternoon by rickshaw to Guruji's house for my own classes. But because Pratima Bedi had been there a couple of months before and created a terrible scandal, he did not want anyone to know that someone from outside was there. Forget about foreign, even from outside of the Guruji's. So that was my first intro. Also, Guruji had me perform with the students, and he said, don't tell them what a short time you've been learning, they won't understand. And he had me perform, you know, Mangalacharan with everyone, and then with the teacher from KVK and with, you know, scholarship holder. But this was in Cuttack. Now, in Cuttack, oh my goodness, first of all, you've got Guruji's daily puja. And so this is wonderful because we all participate in it. It gives you a sense of culture. And Guruji always had us observe what was going on around us so that we could imbibe that into our dance. Later, when my daughter was crawling, he would stop the class and say, see, this is stop. This is when you're doing, Hare Krishna, this is what you need to do. There was also the ritual of bathing, which meant that in the morning, you would take your clothes, your toothbrush, your soap, everything. You would go and get a bucket from the well, put it into the bathing room. Then you would go to the pit toilet and avoid the giant cockroaches. And then you would come back and, wash your clothes, your hair, and everything. If you forgot something, tough luck. You can't go there till after your bath. And then, of course, that was very interesting. And of course, some girls took longer than others. We had to all adjust with that. The thing is that we didn't go out. The big excitement was going for coconut water, nariyal pani. And, but of course, the first time I went to Odissi, I went with my mother when she was to visit all of the temples. Basically, Odia culture is very ancient, very deep, and very rich. And it's something like a diamond mine where more needs to be brought out and more value needs to be given for the artists and for all of the arts, because so many people are not getting their due, and that creates a kind of competition and not the kind of feeling that would be wonderful to have in a community of artists. But I feel very blessed to be able to have gone deeply into it and to be able to move the tradition forward and also to share it everywhere.
Somebody has also asked, how has Odissi helped you in understanding the spirituality of Jagannath from the culture of which Odissi is inspired?
That's a wonderful, wonderful question. You see, as I say, when I came to India, I had a dance background, and I did not come as some do on a spiritual quest. And I didn't come to become a professional dancer. I came because I'd always had an empathy for cultural nuance and understanding. Over the years, as I've continued in my Odissi, it has definitely enhanced and brought out my own spiritual journey. Because I would say that as a dancer, half your riyaz is your personal development. And so we are blessed to be every day. You're going to work your whole life. What work do you want to do? When you're a dancer, your work is about love, truth, and beauty, and not selfish, self-centered love, right? But non-dualistic, inclusive love, real truth, universal truth, and beauty that's not superficial and saccharine. And so by able to going into the text, and really the reason that I'm doing Odissi is the technique is beautiful and I love it. But when it turned out that Abhinaya was my forte, and the ability to internalize rather than intellectually understand meanings was very enriching for me. Now, in terms of Jagannath culture, my goodness, you see, Jagannath is very personal, and I as you understand culture in comparison. You see, whatever you are, when you learn about the other, it gives you the opportunity to understand yourself, all the things that you take for granted. So if I dance in the South and I'm doing a choreography where V.A.K. Rao says, no, that's Sanchari showing Radha going out of the house and her mother-in-law is sleeping. You shouldn't do like that. Then I asked Guruji. Well, first of all, he understood the Abhinaya because it's a set composition. And Guruji said, in South, they don't like to think about Parakiya. And then also Jagannath, when we in our compositions, we go like this to Guruji. I mean, to Jagannath. We clap our hands and we say, come. In the South, they're like, you can't talk to God like that. You know, but the thing is, in Orissa, relationship with Jagannath is very personal. You know, it's a very personal thing, and it's loving, and you can even scold and you can entreat, and it's part of the culture, it's part of the dance. And then also, you know, Jagannath is so profound because he embodies so many different aspects of the divine. You know, there's the Buddhist, there's the tribal, there's Vishnu. And I've been so fortunate, you know, that I've had darshan from Jagannath many, many times because he welcomes me. And yeah, it's a blessing.
Just as we have a few more minutes left, I'd also like to ask you, how has your experience been with SPIC MACAY, and how important do you think this is for the youth generation today?
Yes, SPIC MACAY has done obviously amazing and incredible work. There's no doubt that when the light bulb went off for Kiran Seth hearing Indian music abroad and then saying, wow, why didn't I get this earlier? And SPIC MACAY has reached so many people. What I would like to see is all over the country. I would like artists, schools, educators, people to take the SPIC MACAY model and in your own small way, expand it. Because you see, when a school or a college gets one SPIC MACAY concert in a year, it's not enough. No. And when there are so many artists, young artists saying, there's no chance to perform, what to do? You need to go and offer to schools, to old age centers, to hospitals. When I was in America for the longest that I was away for 3 years. That's the longest, 78 to 81. During that time, I did 250 school shows for Los Angeles Unified School District. Over the years, I've done 450 school shows, aside from many, many hundred college lectums. And they had it set up where every school would get 8 performances, one every month. And along with the performance, you get materials in advance, you get follow-up, and it would be organized, you know, within the school system. So I think that it's just exponentially fabulous what SPIC MACAY has done. And I would love to see everybody make micro sharing of arts units in every city where you are. I think that young artists should just get together and offer in different places, because everything is good and we need more and more and more of it.
Someone's also asked, what is your advice to young aspiring dancers to persist and not give up? What motivates one to practice day after day over years to achieve excellence and ultimately self-realization through arts?
Well, you know, when I first met Hari Prasad Churasi in Los Angeles, at the home I was staying, very close friends of his. And, you know, she said, you must see, and blah, blah, blah. I'm a student of Kela Babu. And he said, Riaz, Riaz, Riaz. Okay. However, always remember, practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. If you are doing in a routine way, you will actually be diminishing. You need to find that source. One of the things you can do, you don't want to practice just to, you need to have the physical skills. Guruji said, for instance, in Chok, step 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, where you're sitting, he said, do it for 1 hour a day. Wonderful advice. Okay. Did I ever do it for an hour a day? Definitely not. Okay. But I did enough other things. You have to practice because you love to do it. And one thing is that you see senior dancers, like in the West, with Western dancer ballet, you know, when you become a little bit intermediate, you think you're too good to do the basics. But people who are senior, they're more than ready to do the basics with the beginners every day. And this is, Margot Fontaine said that if I don't practice for 2 days, I know at 4 days the audience knows it. You know, the motivation, you know, as a musician or a dancer, the motivation has to come from you. But I would say that you get nourished by sharing it. So, you know, dance for kindergartners, dance for your neighbors, offer a performance for your birthday party. Go to Help Age. Go and dance for old people who are sitting there being bored, right? I mean, go to Canned Care. You know, I mean, I've done all of these things over the years, Action for Autism, and you will feel nourished, you know, by sharing your art. Just remember that it's not for you. If it's for you, you will not be happy. If it's for others, whether it's your dance or anything else you do, if you're doing it for others, it will nourish you and you'll be happy.
Another question someone has asked is that our attire is one of our major identifications. But as you see in the present scenario, a lot of senior dancers are probably doing modifications to their costumes and ornaments. So the question is, it'll create a confusion between the art forms. And what is your thoughts on this?
Well, it's a very important question. And there's no simple answer, because all of the classical dances are basically reconstructions based on past, more or less, with exceptions. You know, like Manipuri, Bhagya Chandra's vision. All right. So let's take Odissi. The costume was evolved out of what is there in the temple sculpture, what the Maharis wore, what the Gotipuras wore. It was not, what we are wearing today is something that was intelligently based on history and created. Therefore, it's not etched in stone. Obviously, if one evolves and makes certain changes, that's not a sin. The problem is, whether we are doing new choreography or changing costumes or whatever, your aesthetic based on the best of what you know may or may not be good. And also, for instance, in the past, someone who would be creating would be somebody who was immersed in their own tradition and had like 50 years experience before they shifted or made changes. Nowadays, when someone is very young, it's like, okay, here's an idea. Well, maybe it's good and maybe it's not. One of the things I would say is that my guru, Kelucharan Mahapatra, was very generous spirited. He believed that if he taught to so many that would not be responsible to him and they made changes, that the art was strong enough to survive it, that those who did things that weren't very good would gradually recede. And so I would say that when people do these odd, weird costume things, it's really not very aesthetic. And I just hope that people's taste, it won't last. One thing is, the more you stick to tradition, the safer you are. And one should not, whether it's fusion in the dance or in costumes, it may be a novelty for the moment, but it may not have staying power.
As we end this session, I'd like to ask you your message to the young viewers that who are watching right now. What would you like to send them a little message?
Well, I'd like to say that I hope that you always have a life filled with dance and music. I hope that you will always make the effort to explore and to go deeply into the art. I think that if you want to do Abhinaya, you have to start with really understanding Who is this Nayaka? Where is she? Is she Odia or Tamil or Punjabi or Italian or from Peru? So that you get the right Bob. Understand the context, medieval, village, whatever. Then you have to feel it and then you have to share it. And basically, if you're honest to your art, to your guru, and to yourself, then whatever you do will be bringing out your own personality and it'll be worth sharing.
Thank you, ma'am. And I think this concludes our session today. And it is indeed a privilege talking to you and listening to all your stories.
Thank you so much for inviting me. I really enjoyed being with you. And good luck.
Thank you.
All the best for SPIC MACAY's conference.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Taranya ji.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, very much, Sarundi, Meera here. And I loved your reply. I just loved your reply. Thank you so very much regarding the costume and your sadhana and your long time. Like, it's a Guru Sasya Parampara that you respected our Guru like God. And I'm so thankful that you are carrying his legacy and we are in a one family. Thank you so very much. Have a wonderful day, Sarundi.
Thanks, sweetheart. Bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, hello.
हाँ ओके कृतिका SK just a second ma'am okay ma'am we are
Yes, I'm ready.
okay okay okay
Vidhi, you can just let me know if the video is fine today.
okay ma'am if there's some problem I'll let you know.
Yeah, I think this is okay.
So should we start now?
Well, from my side, yes.
Okay. नमस्कार स्पिक में के अनुभव सीरीज के 5वें दिन पे मैं आप सभी का स्वागत करती हूँ। ये 4 दिन कैसे गुजर गए पता ही नहीं चला और सीखने में इतना मजा आ रहा है कि क्या बताएं। सरिता मिश्रा जी 3 दिन से बहुत ही बेहतरीन तरीके से हमें सिखा रही है। मैं सरिता मिश्रा जी से निवेदन करना चाहती हूँ कि वे आए और इस वर्कशॉप को आगे बढ़ाएं। थैंक यू।
Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Gurubhyo Namaha. My greetings and my good wishes to one and all. I'm Sarita Mishra, disciple of Guru Sri Vichitrananda Swami and Guru Yudhishthir Nayak. And during my childhood, I have learned and taken the training from Guru Niranjan Raut and Guru Padmacharan Tehri. Before I start, I bow down to all my gurus for making me efficient in the field of Odissi to share my art with all of you. Wishing you all a happy learning with me. Today, as you all know, we have been taking the session from last 4 days. Today is the 5th day, and tomorrow we complete the session. So those who have joined today, I suggest get tuned and today and tomorrow, because every day also we are kind of giving you a glimpse of what we did yesterday and the previous days. So if you have missed, then you will get a link, if not in detail, but then you will get a link what you others have already learned. I'm very, very overwhelmed with the response that a lot of students are writing to me that they are following this channel to learn, and some of them have already learned from me, but still they are following. So I'm very happy and thankful to SPIC MACAY and Shri Ashok Jain sir, Abhishek Agrawal, and all the team members of SPIC MACAY. I extend my gratitude for initiating this beautiful effort to do something and to share the art with all of you being at home during this difficult time of COVID-19. What could be the best way to fight this lockdown and this difficult time of all of our lives, which is so unique and so new and different for all of us. Nobody had the experience of this before. And small kids who are there, not able to go out of the house and not going to school, everything is happening online and happening, everything being home. So I know it is not easy, but we can always be strong enough to fight this beautifully. And art is a beautiful form to engage ourselves and to elevate ourselves. So today, I again introduce my student, Chandana, who has been learning Odissi from me. And she's been a very dedicated practitioner of Odissi. So I welcome Chandana. So she's been assisting me for last 4 days so beautifully, and without her it was a little difficult maybe. So let's start this Bhumi Pranam as we have been doing it every day. And as I told you, that if this is a mandatory movement we do, this is the way we extend our gratitude. Every dance form do it, but they do it differently. In Odissi, this is how we do. Kadatak gadi gana dha, kadatak gadi gana dha, kadatak gadi gana ta. Ta, thi, na, ka, thi, ni, ta, ta, thi, na, ka, thi, na, ki, ta. Once more, I will do this just to ensure that you understand, those who have joined today, just to ensure that how the leg moves. 1, 2, 3, start. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, joining the legs, then 7, 8, and 1. Every day we are starting the session with a sloka. This is a Guru Shishya ritual we follow in all classical art forms, though I never consider myself as a guru because first of all, I'm not of that age. Secondly, we have a long, long way to go to become a guru, because those who understand the right meaning of a guru, the right definition of a guru, then it becomes very difficult to consider yourself one, because we all know that we are not that. So maybe little more knowledge or little more training we have, but still we all are students. So I consider my students as my students, come friends. But today I will explain you the sloka that is being written by Shankaracharya, beautiful dedicated sloka. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Para Brahma, Tasmai Shri Namaha. I explain first the meaning. Guru is Brahma. Brahma is the creator of this universe. Guru Vishnu. Guru is the Vishnu. Vishnu is the preserver. Guru Devo Maheshwara. Maheshwara is the Lord Shiva, we say. He is considered to be the destroyer of all the evils and negativity. Guru Sakshat Parabrahma. Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Guru is Sakshat Parabrahma, that consciousness, that supreme consciousness. I bow down to that Guru. I go by the literal meaning. Guru. Gu is, it means darkness. And Ru, it means removal. So Guru is the one who removes the darkness, which is not the darkness of the day and the night. It is not the darkness of the night, but it is the darkness of ignorance. Guru is the person who gives us light and who enlighten us, not giving light of the, because we already get the sunlight. Why do we need some more light? So it is not the external light we are talking about here, but it is the light of knowledge. The Guru is the person who shows us, who guides us on that path that leads to wisdom. So if we do it in a dance form, then how will we do? Guru Brahma. Here we all know Brahma is the one who is the creator and who sits on the lotus. Guru, Guru, Vishnu. Vishnu is the one who holds the Shankha, who holds the Chakra, who holds the Gada and Padma. Guru Devo Maheshwara. Here we show Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva, who holds the Dambaru, who holds the Danda and the Trishula. Lord Shiva, who is adorned with the snakes around his neck, on his hand and on his waistline. He who is decorated with the moon on his hair, on his knot. Ganga is there on Shiva's jata. Ganga flows from there. That Maheshwara who clears all the evils and the negativity. Guru Sakshat Para Brahma Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Let's do once more. Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Deva Maheshwara 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 Guru Sakshat Para Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. We all in our life hear why it is Brahma, Vishnu and Maheshwara is been described with a Guru. Guru is the creator of the disciple. If I am a dancer today, I am created by the Guru. Because when we join this art form, we know nothing about it. But it is the Guru who molds us into this beautiful art form and makes us an artist. So he's the creator of this artist who is right in front of you. Who is Vishnu? He nurtured and he preserved consistently, relentlessly, gave me the knowledge, helped me to grow in the art form. He is the destroyer as Maheshwara. He did not destroy me, but he destroyed my ignorance. He gave me knowledge. He gave me light. He crushed my ego as a disciple when we bow down to somebody. First, we crush our ego. We become egoless and accept the person who is there so that we can learn and seek knowledge always. So for us, that Guru is the Parabrahma, who is the Brahma, Vishnu and Maheshwara. He is the Sakshat consciousness, the absolute consciousness. I bow down to that Guru. So whoever is giving you knowledge, whoever is helping you to become something worth in life, they all are our gurus. We learn many things from many people, but Guru is the one who consistently help our hand and walk us through the journey. He's the one who walks ahead. He's the one who is within. He's the one who's around his disciples always. So now we begin with the exercise session, and we will recap number 2, number 3, and number 9 exercise, because we have finished all the 10 exercises, and apart from that, we have taught you some more. So we will quickly recap something so that those who have missed can again get it. So we start with number 2 exercise, where we keep the feet to the side and we sit down. It's a warming up exercise for the knee, and it builds the stamina as well. So we start. Tas krutgdhadiganadhai. Tas krutgdhadiganadhai. Tas krutgdhadiganata. Ta thi na kadatakata kini ta. Ta thi na kadatakata kini ta. Ta thi na kadatakata kini ta. Ta thi na kadatakata kini double ta. Ta thi na kadatakata kini 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Double 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ta. Ta thi na ka thi ni ta. Ta thi na ka thi ni ta. Ta thi na ka thi ni ta. Ta thi na kadatakata thi ni ta. As we are, you must be noticing, I'm saying double, double. What is that double? It is that we go from one speed to the other speed. As I discussed also before, we have 3 layers: Vilambit layer, Madhyam layer, and Dhrut layer. Layer is the speed. So Vilambit layer is absolutely the slowest speed. When we start, we follow Vilambit layer, and then we go to double, that is Madhyam layer. Then we go to double, that is Dhrut layer. So when I say double, it indicates you to go to the next speed. So first we take 1, 2, 3, 4. Slowly we go sit down. So we take 4 counts to sit down, and 1, 2, 3, 4. We take 4 counts to get up. When I say double, it means I have to go down in 2 counts, 1 and 2, then 3 and 4. So within that 4 counts, I have to sit down, I have to get up. So it means there are 2 activities happening within that 4 counts. First it was 1 activity, then it is 2 activity happening in that 4 counts. Now, when I say double, it is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is now again, we go to next speed, and in 4 counts, there are 4 activities happening. So 1, 2, 3, 4. In every count, we are sitting and standing. So that is what we mean by double. So when we first be able to follow it better. Now we go to number 3 exercise, which we call as a tabletop exercise, and which is a mandatory exercise for also any form. You can practice this being in any form, not only in Odissi. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, ta, 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 thi, na, ka, thi, ni. This we can do in both ways, joining our legs and standing separated also. Ta, ta, thi, na, ka, thi, ni. Ta, Stretch your body nicely, spine nicely. Ta, thi, na, ka, thi, ni. Ta, ta, thi, na, ka, da, ta, ka, ta, ka, thi, ni, double. Ta, ta, thi, na, ka, thi, ni. Ta, ta, thi, na, ka, thi, ni. Ta, ta, thi, na, ka, thi, ni. Ta, ta, thi, na, ka, da, ta, ka, ta, ka, thi, ni, double. Ta, a, ta, thi, na, ka, thi, ni. 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 Ta. I was facing that side. Just I wanted to show you how the movement of the body is happening with closed legs. Yeah. Now we go with the hip joint opening. That 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, start. Ta, thi, na, ka, thi, ni, ta, ta, thi, na, ka, thi, ni, ta. Absolutely, it is lifted and this is locked here. Bend it back. Thi without moving the body. Na, ka, thi, ni, ta. Ta, thi, na, ka, thi, double. Ta, thi, na, ka, thi, ni. 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 Double. Ta, thi, na, ka, thi, ni. 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 Thi, na, ka, thi, ni. Ta, na, ka, thi, ni. Ta. In almost all the dance forms, we have to follow a certain count. That if the first speed is happening for 2 times, then the second speed has to be for 4 times, then 8 times, then 16 times. If the first speed is happening 4, then it is 18, 32. So that is the sequence of counts we follow. But here in this session, I am not able to follow the same counting, the repetition of the count, because I have lot of content and lot of information to share with you. So if I go by that, we will consume lot of time. So I thought it is important to mention whenever you are practicing pattern of counts or tala remains correct. Now we proceed to the ninth one, the 9 exercise. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, start. Ta, ta, ti, na, ka, ti, ni, ta, ta, ti, na, kada, tak, tak, ti, ni, ta, ta, ti, na, kada, tak, tak, ti, ni, ta, ta, ti, na, kada, tak, tak, ti, ni, double ta, ta, ti, na, kada, tak, tak, ti, ni, ta, ta, ti, na, kada, tak, tak, ti, ni, ta, ta, ti, na, kada, tak, tak, ti, ni, ta, ta, ti, na, kada, tak, tak, ti, ni, double ta, a, ta, ti, na, ka, ti, ni, ta, a, ta, ti, na, ka, ti, ni, ta, a, ta, ti, na, ka, ti, ni, ta, a, ta, ti, na, kada, tak, tak, ti, ni, ta. So this is the exercise whenever you are dancing, you're practicing. Please do warm up nicely and then start your practice. These are the exercises. If you follow before dancing, it will be very nice for your body. So now we proceed to Chauka number 10. Yesterday what we did, 7, 8, 9, 10 Chauka. We will just in first speed, we will recap the 7, 8, 9, 10 Chauka, and then we will proceed to the Arasa that we learn after finishing the 10 number Chauka. So we go number 7, 1. As I told you, we live in an apartment, so stamping the feet is restricted for me. So that's why I'm trying my best to show you. But I request whenever you are practicing, please stamp your legs nicely and practice. 1, 2, 1. This is how we measure our chauka. This is one way of standing like this and opening it and folding. As I told you, chauka is a square position, creating 4 angles with the hands on the legs. So, and the other way of measuring chauka is 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Kada, taka, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Once more. 1, 2. It's a Anga Bhramari. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Kada, taka, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this was 7 number chauka, and we go to number 8. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Once more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1. So this was number 8. Now we go to number 9. This also we had done yesterday. So we'll quickly recap. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Good. Back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this was number 9. And now we proceed to number 10, which is a combination of number 1, 2, and 3. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, start. Dhei, e, ta, dhei, e, ta, ki, ta, ki, ta, dhei, e, dhei, ki, ta, dhei, e, ta, ki, ta, ki, ta, dhei. Once more. Dhei, ki, ta, dhei. Ta, ki, ta, ki, ta, dhei. Dhei, ki, ta, dhei, e, ta, ki, ta, ki, ta, dhei. So this was 10 number chauka. Now after this 10 number chauka, we will do a arasa. Arasa is a combination of bowls, we can say, a combination of few steppings or a dance piece, we can say a small dance piece which follows the same tala and it follows the same laya. The speed of this whole piece will be same speed. There is no low speed, there is no high speed. Same speed is maintained. And arasas we generally get to see in the 1-1 pallavis. Sometimes some dance pieces are placed in Abhinaya as well. So this 10 number arasa, which has been traditionally designed for those dances, we proceed with that. So it is 2, 2, 3, start. Dhei, ki, ta, dhei, dhei, ki, ta, dhei, dhei, ki, ta, kre, dhei, ta, ki, ta, tun, na, ta, thom, ta, dha, dha, dhaji, gana, dha. So we go once more. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, start. Dhei, 1, 2, 3. This is very similar in 10 number chauka, what we learned just before. Then dhei, left 2, 3. Dhei, 1, 2, 3. Dhei, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. In chauka, the body is moving from one side to the other side. Kre, dhe, kre, dhe, kre, dhe, kre, dhe. Ta, ki, ta, tham, ta, dha, dha, dhadi, gana, dhei. So it's a beautiful dance piece in itself, which has taken some of the basics, and along with that, some of the different movements like Kumbhapada to Chauka, then spinning on one leg, that we will introduce today also. That is called Ekapada Bhramari, that we will introduce in some time. We'll just quickly have a water break for 15 seconds. We will be right back. Welcome back. So now, as I told you, so how we go about it, we have Utpluta Bhramari, Chakra Bhramari, Garuda Bhramari, Ekapada Bhramari, Kunchita Bhramari, Akasha Bhramari, and Anga Bhramari. Apart from that, we have two more Bhramaris which are added, is Viparita Bhramari and Ardha Bhramari. So today, as we used in the Arasa, the Ekapada Bhramari, so hum aapko wo Ekapada Bhramari, how to do it, that we will teach you. Same standing in Chauka, we stamp one leg, right leg, and push the torso to the left, Bamachala used, move and stand back. So when I spin, my right leg is lifted and thi, ni, ta, thi, na, ka, thi, ni. Come a little forward. 2, 3, ta, thi, na, ka, thi, ni, ta, thi, na, kadak, thi, double ta, thi, na, ka, thi, ni, ta. Ta, thi, na, kadatak tak, thini, ta. Ta, thi, na, kadatak tak, thini, ta. Ta, thi, na, kadatak tak, thini, ta. So this is Eka Pada Bhramari. Eka means one, Pada means the feet. So when we spin on one feet, 1 foot, then that is Ekapada Bhramari. Now we go to Tribhangi, as we introduced Tribhangi yesterday, and I explained about it, that Tribhangi is the 3-bend position, which is similar to the English alphabet S, which gives me a picture of a road which is not straight but which is curved. So basically Tribhangi is a very curvious position which has a lot of archaeological evidences that the statues and the sculptures we see on the temples carved already in this position. So creating 3 bends on the body. One is on the neck, second is on the torso, third is on the knee. So how to measure your Tribhangi and how to create that curvious position? It is first stand straight in Samapada, then Viparita Mukhapada, go to Uttasini and Prasyapada. Come to Tribhangi Pada. Keep your left hand on the waist and right hand on the middle of the thighs and push the torso and fold the neck to the left side. So when you see like this, now you will relate to it to Tribhangi, which gives a picture of a curved sculpture. So we had done number 1 and number 2. So we go with a recap. 1, 2, ta, thi. We do ta, ta, thi, na, kadatak, thini, ta, thi, na, kadatak, thini, ta, ta, thi, na, kadatak, thini, ta, ta, thi, na, kadatak, thini, ta. So this was number 1 Tribhangi on right and left. Now we go to number 2 Tribhangi. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now the number 2 is slightly, here we use 2 footwork. One is we bring our leg to stand on the toe, that is 1, 2, then we bring it to heel, 3, 4, 1, 2. When I stand on Kunchita Pada, my torso goes to right side. So that is Daksha Chala. And when I take it to heel, it goes to Abhanga. So, ta, ta, thi, na, kadatak, tak, thini, 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 ta. We go to the left. One, two, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Start. Ta, ta, thi, na, ka, thi, ni. Ta. Ta, thi, na, ka, thi, ni. Ta. Ta, thi, na, ka, thi, ni. Ta, ta, thi, na, ka, thi, ni. So here I would like to mention that when my leg is on the toe, my body goes to Bamachara and I look diagonally down little far. Not really here, but little far, so that my eyes from the audience doesn't look as closed. And when I take my leg on heel, I take my look from down to diagonally little up. Again it comes down, again it goes up. So that will be the movement of the neck and the look. So now we proceed to number 3 Tribhangi, which is again it involves right side and left side. So here, like we practice in 2 ways, and so one side I will teach you one way, and the other side I will teach you with a different hand movement, but the body and the leg is same. So first side we will do this, okay? Sorry? With the body, yes. 1, this hand is in Hamsasya, and this hand is in Dolahasta. 1, and my look is down to the left diagonal. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, start. 1, 2, and 3. Ta, ka. 1, 2, 3. Ta, ka. 1, 2, 3. Ta, ta, thi, na, ka, thi, ni. Double. Ta, a, ta, thi, na, ka, thi, I, ni. Ta, a. The Tribhangi beauty comes when you sit. Na, ka, thi, I, ni. 1, 2, 3. Push the torso nicely. 1, 2, 3. Double. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Double. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Ta, ta, thi, na, ka, thi. Ta, ta, thi, na, ka, thi. Ta, ta, thi, na, ka, ka, thi, ni, ta. The same way also we do on the left side, and other way we keep the hands like this, both the hands in Hamsasya, and we do both right and left. So as we have less time, that's why I'm giving you the variation, one on the right and one on the left, so that when you practice, you can practice both of them, right, left, and right, left. So we sit like this, and my look is again diagonally down. Try to keep don't allow your body to come forward. Don't push your hip like this. The hip is how much it goes when you stand in Tribhangi, that is enough. And fold your torso to create that curve. The Tribhangi beautiful. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, start. Ta, ta, ti, na, ka, ti, ni. 1, 2, 3. Third, start. 1, 2, 3. My wrist goes out. 2 and comes in. 1, 2, 3. Double. 1, 2, 3. Each one. Don't forget to use the torso nicely. 1, 2, 3. And sit down. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Double. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Double. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. So this is 2 variations we did on right side. We did this with Dolasta and one hand Hamsasya, where the wrist comes from out. Hope you are enjoying the session. And yes, I would like to tell all the people who are watching, I don't know you all practice Odissi or not, but whichever dance form you are learning, always remember whenever there is involvement of number 3 step, that is in Chauka or in Tribhangi, does not matter. Always try to make that 1, 2, and 3. Make the footwork clear. For time we are getting to see that in a 3 number rhythm, students are dancing too. I know it is little tough, but who all we do that? Isn't it tough for us? Yes, it is. But if you practice regularly, it will happen. But don't down on your practice and don't make people see a 2 number step when the rhythm is going 3. It is a disappointment when we get to see that, and especially young dancers, those who are just coming up, please, 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 it's a sincere request from me that whenever you are doing this, always remember that what we are showing to the other world, how we are presenting Odissi to the other world, to the people who do not know about it, those who do not understand nuances about it. So particularly when it comes to rhythm, you should be very, very particular what the percussion is playing. If it is 1, 2, 3, we must do 1, 2, 3. There is no second thought about doing just 2 number steps in a 3 beats. So I hope you take my tip in a positive way. We proceed to number 4, Tribhangi, which is a beautiful piece in itself. I call it a dance actually. It's not a basic stepping, but it's a dance in itself. So I would like to show you. Here it is Tamrachuda. I keep it as Shukachanchu. And this is Suchi Hasta, which touches here the hand. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I look down diagonally to the left side before starting. Now when I start, it is take the body to the other side and 1 and Lolita Pada. If you see, my toe is pointed. Then 2, placing it on heel. Then 3 and 4. Once more. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Start. Ta, ta, ti, na, ka, ti, I, ni, ta, ta, ti, na, ka, ti, I, ni. Double. Ta, a, ta, ti, na, ka, ti, I, ni. Ta, a, ta, ti. My leg comes as a will, as down in a circular movement. It goes up and come down. Na, ka, ti, I, ni. Ta, a, ta, ti, na, ti, ni. Double. Ta, a, ta, ti, na, ka, ti, ni. 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 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. So this was number 3, and so 1, 2, 3, 4 Tribhangi. In this number 4 Tribhangi, I would like to say the nuances little in detail. That 1, my Bhangi is Dakhya Chala, and my toe is in a Lolita Pada. Then I place it on heel, and at the same time, when I drop this leg, I lift this. So 3 and 4. Then 1, 2. Details I told you. It will be beautiful, and we still have one more speed to it, and we have to go 8 times together. There's a space constraint here, so I could not show you that. So I will just show the double speed in 4/4, going to 4/4 in both sides. I'll show. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ta, a, ta, ti, na, ka, ti, ni. Ta, a, ta, ti, na, ka, ti, ni. Hey, ta, ti, ni, ti, na. Ta, ti, ni, ti, na. Hey, ta, ti, ni, ti, na. Ta, ti, ni, ti, na. Dagi, dagi. Kadini, dagi, dagi. Kadini, dagi, dagi. Kadini, dagi, dagi. Dagi, dagi. Kadini, dagi, dagi. Kadini, dagi, dagi. Kadini, dagi, dagi. Ta. So now
that I would like to ask you if you want to, do it right now.
Yeah, we can, before I proceed to the second session, we can take the questions.
Okay. The question.
Well, this is a very tricky question to answer. There are several times, I would not say it's once, several times it happened that injustice, unfairness, it definitely happens. And when you work hard and you know what you deserve, a lot of people, acknowledge that you deserve. Then when you don't get that, and when you see somebody who is, I would not say undeserving, but maybe not as deserving as you. Here, people may question me that how do you know that you deserve? Yes, I know because I believe in the hard work, and I do a lot of hard work as far as dance is concerned, and I do practice every day, and I definitely give my heart, my blood, and my body to this dance form since that time I know about my existence. So obviously disappointments happen. You feel very harassed, you feel very humiliated. Uh, but then I always, when it comes to dance, for me, dance is like a river. And if you say my name is also Sarita, that means a river that flows without any obstacles. So whatever obstacle comes into the life, I just take it along and flow. So, so this disappointment has nothing to, stop us. So rather, I would say whenever I had disappointment or whenever I came across injustice situations that happen, unfairness that took place, it always increased the fire within me to even work hard more. It never demotivated me negatively that I will not dance or I'll leave, no, why this happened to me. I always say, okay, if this happened to me, I ensure doubly that it doesn't happen to me next time. Next time also it may happen. I'm not saying that it will not happen. But at least from my side, my effort goes double. And dance is something I just do for my own happiness. It's sheer joy for me. So there is nothing to feel low and up. Whenever I dance, I feel low. I feel very high, and whenever I am low, I dance to feel high. And whole day, my thoughts are about dance. As I told you, I get up and I go for a walk because the thought behind is I want to dance and I want to build stamina. I do yoga to maintain the flexibility that my body looks better when I dance. I practice dance to bring perfection to my dance form. Whoever sees it understands it. I eat healthy because I want to dance longer and I want to take care of the body to dance. And I teach to become even finer in my understanding and clarity in my movements. And teaching also elevates me a lot. So everything you can say, everything I do, the thought behind is to dance. So then, how can something irritants and demotivation cannot stop you? If you are a true artist, then it will never stop you. If you are doing these things to get something, then yes, you may stop. But for me, it's like if I get something, it's okay. If I don't get something, dance is the happiness I get, and that is the ultimate objective for me. So, so I always bounce back because I'm a Leo, and I know how to bounce back well.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So this was the question for today. So we
Okay.
can continue with the workshop.
Okay. Thank you so much, Vidhi.
Thank you.
So we go to number 5, Tribhangi. Here we use Mayura Hasta Mudra, as we had discussed before the Hasta Mudra, day before yesterday and yesterday also. So this same Hasta Mudra continues during the whole dance piece. It is 1 and 2, 3. Here my hand changes to Hamsasya and wrist goes out and comes back in, facing towards me, facing towards my face. And I finish it with looking at that palm. 1 and 2. Both the wrists out. 3, 4, 5. Double. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Third. Ta. A. Ta. Thi. Na. Ka. Thi. Ti. Ni. Ta. A. Ta. Thi. Na. Ka. Thi. I. Ni. Ta. A. Ta. Thi. Na. Ka. Thi. I. Ni. Double. Ta. A. Ta. Thi. Na. Ka. Thi. Ni. 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 Ta. A. Ta. Thi. 1, 2, 3. 1 and 2 and 1, 2, 3. 1 and 2 and 1, 2, 3. 1 and 2 and 1, 2, 3. Ta. A. Ta. Thi. Na. Ka. Thi. Ni. 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 Ta. So this was number Vibhangi, where the body goes like a big will, like 1. It starts from here, goes down and finishes here. And same this side, it starts from here, goes like a big circle and finishes this side. So hope you understand the movement. If you have any query about, then if you mention, we can definitely, any step so far we have taught you, shown you, any doubt in any of the movement, you can surely raise a question there so that we can show you again and clarify your doubts. Now we proceed to number 6, Tribhangi, which is also a beautiful piece. Here we keep the hand in Hamsasya Hasta Mudra, yes, and look will be placed down, left side, 2, 2, 3, start, 1, side body, 2, 3, there is a brush on the heel, 4, 5, 6, Kadatak. 1, 2. My wrist goes in a circular movement. 3, 4, 5, 6. Kadatak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, same level, sitting. 3, 4, 5, 6. Double. 1, 2, brush, and 1. How did we number? 3 we did. 1, 2, 3. Second speed, 2 times one side. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Kadatak. 1, 2, 3. Ta, a, ta, thi. Na, ka, thi, ni. Ta, a, ta, thi. Na, ka, thi, ni. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Double. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2 times one side. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. Change. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Katinita atati. Katinita atati. Katini. Tati. Katinita atati. Katinita atati. Katini. Tati. Kati. Ta atati na katini. Double ta tati. Katinita 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 tati na katinita tati. Katini. Ta tati. Katinita tati. Katinita tati. Katinita tati. Katinita tati. Katinita tati na katinita. We just take a 10-second break to have little water and come. Please be tuned. Yeah. We come back here. So we proceed to the number 7 Tribhangi. This needs little more attention from you. So it goes like, both the hands in Pataka Hasta and one is in Chauka square, the other one is close to it like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So the same way, the leg like number 4 Tribhangi, the leg comes in a circular movement. So here it is Kunchita Pada, my leg is on the toe, and I bend to that same direction, and 2 and 3. It is a brush, and my bhangi changes to the other side. Then flat, then again toe at the back, then flat, and 7. 1 again on the toe, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So we proceed again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, step. 1, 2, 3. Palm lifted, no, like this. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Double. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. Use your body with lot of facility. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, and 7. Double. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So here the body goes in a very lyrical way. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. So there lot of chances are there that while doing, your hip moves with it. But that is where you need to control. And how to control it? That you need to sit down in Tribhangi more. If you allow the body to stand, if you don't take the pressure on the legs, then your hip will become loose and it will start going from one side to the other. So moving the hip from one side to the other is not considered to be good at all. Rather, it needs a lot of, as I said, Odissi needs a lot of precision and a lot of control over the body. So practice is nothing but to bring that control and the synergy between the whole body, mind, and your heart. So with this, we proceed to number 8, Chauka. Sorry, number 8, Tribhangi. One hasta is in Mayura and one hasta is in Dola hasta. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, step. Ta, a, ta, thi, na, ka, thi, e, ni, ta, a. Hold. Now the leg goes from here to the heel. She places it. Chandana, can you come little ahead? Yes. Yes. So do the left side. Do the left side. Huh. So from Tribhangi, it goes to 1, Lolita Pada, 2, heel, and the body bends there. Yes. You see the knee is bent to the side. Yes. Then from there the wrist bends. Wrist goes in Mari, as we said, a spin. So here the wrist also goes in a spin. So Brahmita Mayasya, 4, then 6, 7, 8. Once more. 1. The body goes 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Double. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Double. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1. As before also I told, why we call it 1 number Tribhangi, 2 number Tribhangi, 3 number Tribhangi, 10 number Tribhangi, or 7 number, 8 number, 10 number Chauka? Because it involves that many footsteps in that particular basic. So where it is 2 numbers, 2 steps are involved, 2 number Chauka. 7 steps involved, 7 number Chauka. Or 8 steps involved, 8 number Tribhangi or Chauka, whatever. So the count of the footwork determines the number of the Chauka or Tribhangi you are doing. So if you remember it that way, it will be easy for you to remember the sequence, what we have been teaching you. It will be easy for you to remember. So we go with number 9 Tribhangi today, which is kind of little similar to number 8 Tribhangi, what we learned now. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. When you are sitting like this, yes, the Tribhangi position, your look is towards this side and your body is Dakshachara when you are doing the right Tribhangi. When you are doing Damachara, the body is to the left side, that is Bamachara. Left leg, Bamachara, right Tribhangi, Dakshachara. So 1, 2, 3, start. Ta, a, ta, ti, na, ka, ki, ni. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. So here the body beautifully from one side, it moves to the other side. So 1, 2, 3, start. Ta, a, ta, ki. So first it is Anupada crossing the other foot. Then 2, then it comes to heel. Vilagna Pasinipada, then 4, then 5, then 6, then 7, 8, 9. Dhanupada, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Double 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ka, thi, ni. 1, 2. Ta, thi, na. Ka, thi, ni. Double. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Ta, a, ta, thi, na. Ka, thi, ni. 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 Ta, na. Ka, thi, ni. Ta, a, ta, thi, na. Ka, thi, ni. Ta, a, ta, thi. Ka, thi, ni. Ta, a, thi, na. Ka, thi, ni. Ta, a, thi, na. Ka, thi, ni. Ta, a, ta, thi, na. Ka, thi, ni. Ta. So we are almost done with the Tribhangis and 10 number Tribhangis left. And today I would like to talk about something about Abhinaya, which is good for everyone, and nice to what is Abhinaya? If we ask somebody, the people those who do not know Odissi or any dance form, for them, how do we express Abhinaya? So Abhinaya is something that feel which is created. There is a lyric, there is a song, there is a lyric to it, or there is a music. According to the lyric, the meaning I understand, it creates a bhava in me. It creates a feeling in me, within my heart. And when I use my facial expressions, my facial muscles, my eyes, and my body language, my hand movements, my hand gestures, and I communicate that meaning to the audience who are watching me, that is called Abhinaya. What I feel, without saying those words, only The medium of my expression is my face, my hand gestures, and my body. So so suppose I say that if I have to tell you that suppose we take Krishna. Where is Krishna gone? If a Sakhi is asking, or if Radha is asking, that where is Krishna gone? Where is Krishna? How will we show? Without saying this, it is very, very easy to say that, hey, where are you? Or, hey, Chandana, where are you? Where is your friend? But I have to ask Chandana that without saying, where is Krishna? I look for him everywhere, this side of the forest. This side of the forest. I went and I roamed in the entire forest. But I did not see Krishna. Kahi gale se murali phunka. So if I take this Oriya Abhinaya, that kahi gale murali phunka, jubati rasiya kamini ramka. Where is Krishna? Krishna is the one who is the player of the flute. This Vishnu has the flute. And this is called Murali, this is called Venu, this is called Bansi. Different language, people use different words. So Murali is flute, Phunka is the person who plays it. We blow it. That's how the flute plays. So this is called Phunkiva. Like when we blow, that is Phunka. So he always blows and plays the Murali. So that is why it is called Murali Phunka or Murali Pani, anything that you understand. So here, this is a small thing. Lalita, the Sakhi, the friend of Radha, she looked for Krishna because Radha told her to go and search for Krishna. She went and she went everywhere and she looked and then she did not find. So she is asking even to herself, Kahi gale se murali phunka jubati rasiya kamini ramka. It means Krishna is the one, all these young girls, all these young yuvatis, all these young sakhis of Gokula, he takes all their heart. So he is the Jubati, all girls' heart is with Krishna because they all love Krishna. So if we Tribhanga Bhangire Murali Bajai, it means he plays the Venu, he plays the Murali as a Radhike. So Tribhanga Bhangire Murali Bajai, he calls Radha and all the Sakhis that, oh, come, let's all dance together. But where is that Krishna gone? Lalita is perfect. So let's do this little piece. You can also learn. So from the beginning, if we come, Lalita is looking for Krishna. Dha te te dhi, dha tunna. Ta te dhi dhatuna. Dha te dhi dhatuna. Ta te dhi. Looking for, searching for Krishna. Dha te dhi dhatuna. Ta te dhi dhatuna. Dha te dhi dhatuna. Ta te dhi dhatuna. Okay, let's do it once more. 1, 2, 3. Do. 1, 2, 3. Start. Dha, dha, te dhi, dha, tunna. Ta, te dhi, dha, tunna. Dha, te dhi, dha, tunna. Ta, te dhi. She's lifting the creeper that is hiding here. But then no, he is not here also. She's looking for far. She's looking far. That is he somewhere? Is he sitting on any tree? Because Krishna has the habit of sitting on the tree and playing the murali. Is he sitting on the tree? No. Then where is Krishna gone? Then she asks, Kahi gale murali phunka. Kahi gale, kahi gale, kahi gale murali phunka. Once more we do from triangle, from here. 1, 2, 3, start. Kahi gale, you are asking, kahi gale murali phunka. Then go to the right side. Kahi gale, kahi gale, kahi gale murali phunka. Sejubati rasiya kamini ranka. Kahi gale murali phunka. So here we are showing Sejubati rasiya kamini ranka. But he is where? Kahi gale murali phunka. Tribhanga bhangir murali bajai. Tribhangir murali bajai. Tribhanga bhangir murali bajai. Daku thati asa, 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 radhika. Kahi gale murali phunka. Sejubati rasiya kamini ranka. Kahi gale murali phunka. So we do from the beginning once more. Yes. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Start. Dha te dhi dhundo. You are searching for Krishna. Te dhi dhatun. Dha te dhi dhatun. Dha te dhi dhatun. Dha te dhi dhatun. Ta te dhi dhatun. Dha te dhi dhatun. Ta te dhi dhatun. Kahi gale मुरली फुंका कहीं गले. Looking for both the sides. कहीं गले कहीं गले. 1 1 2 3. Say जुबती रसिया कामिनी रंका कहीं गले मुरली फुंका. A Tribhanga Bhangire. We are jumping to the side. A Tribhanga. 2, 3, 4. A Tribhanga Bhangire. Murali Bajai. To the front. Now again 2 times to the left, then 2 times to the right, and again moving to the front. 1, 2, 3, start. Atribhanga bhangi ive murali bajai. Tribhanga bhangi re murali bajai. Then from here, Atribhanga bhangir murali bajai. 1, 2, 3, 4. Atribhanga bhangir murali bajai. डाकू थांती. वो ताली बजा के इज कॉलिंग. आ जाओ. इस तरफ भी गोपियों को बोल रहे आ जाओ यार, आओ, तुम क्या आओ. Asa, because Radha is his most beloved one, so with lots of love he is calling Asa Radhika. So we go from Tribhanga Bhangire once more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Atribhanga Bhangire Murali Bajai. Tribhanga Bhangire Murali Bajai. Tribhanga Bhangire Murali Bajai. Daku Thanti. Asa, Asa. Asa, Asa. Asa, Asa. Radhika. But I am not finding that Krishna only. Where is he? Kahi gale murali khunka se jubati rasiya kamini raka kahi gale murali khunka. So these are the expressions that beginning when we start learning, because these are little simple expressions. So I hope you felt it easy and understood the meaning and understood what we did here. So as today's time, so we will do the Bhumi Pranam and we will do the stretching quickly. And Kadatak Gadiganata, Kadatak Gadiganatha, Kadatak Gadiganata, Uta Thi Na Kadatak Taka Tinita, Uta Thi Na Kadatak Taka Tinita. As every day we have been teaching you all the cooling down stretching, how to do So we will have a recap of that so that you can do it with proper count. 1. So crossing the legs and keeping the knees in shape and going down. Stretch from your hips nicely and stay there for 15, 20 counts. You feel good about it. If you are enjoying the stretching, be there for 20 counts. And 13, 14, 15, 16. Lift and then cross the same on left. Yes. 1, 2. Remember to keep the hip in the center. It should not move to one side. It has to be in center. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 1. Relax. Now, yesterday's stretching, what we started. Yeah. Yes. Keeping the right leg in square. Yes. And spreading the other leg back in flat. The toe is flat and the body is in the center, and we go straight to the center, spreading the hands forward completely like a crocodile on the floor, flat body, hip in the center, and remain there for 15 to 20 seconds. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 1. Just lift the leg and reverse side. Stretch it. Keep the leg in the square and put the other leg back, and the toe is flat, the knee is flat, everything is flat and straight. Now go forward. First try to put the chest on the leg and bring your hands forward and go straight like a crocodile. Hip is in the center and you are getting a stretch on the center of the hip. That is very important to relax that muscle because we take lots of load on those muscles. So the more we take care of those muscles, the longer and the healthier our dance career will be. 15, 16. I'm just showing you the glimpses of what we do. There are many, and now stretch your legs to the front. It is important to stretch all the muscles well. Touch the nose on the knees. If you are a beginner, if you don't have the flexibility, doesn't matter. Go how much you can, and every day, if you do it, you will be able to do completely. Now, today, you should not be dressed up like that and do the stretching. So it is better you wear some comfortable clothes and then do your stretching so that you don't have any strain feeling anywhere. From here, put the hands beside the legs and lift the up. And now, slowly hope you all enjoyed today's session, and we begin tomorrow at the same time, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 2 hours. And tomorrow is the concluding session, so don't miss it if you are following. Spread it among your friends and family who are passionate about Odissi and who are art lovers. They can join us. Anybody can join us a live session. And it's a beautiful opportunity for me to share my art. And it's a beautiful opportunity for all of you who are watching this being home and being safe. So during this COVID, my suggestion, be home, be safe. And I thank once again all the team members of SPIC MACAY for taking up this initiative and helping all of us to be in good spirits and mentally healthy. Thank you so much. See you all tomorrow.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It's a great opportunity for all of us to host you and for all the viewers to learn from you. Today's session was really interesting, and the last piece that you took up was really beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
And
Vidhi. Thank you so much, Vidhi. And looking forward for tomorrow as well. We have some beautiful things tomorrow lined up, so thank you.
thank you, ma'am. And also, I would like to thank Sanjana ji
Yes,
for coming
Chandana, we
together
are thanking
with
you.
you.
Yes. Yeah. Chandana and me, we extend our gratitude to all of you, all the members of SPIC MACAY.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vidhi. Thank you. See you tomorrow.